If we can move, the market regulator has approved the request from the National Stock Exchange asking Tuesday to be the expiry for its weekly options. Remember, NSE weekly options are currently expiring on a Thursday, and the regulator had floated a discussion paper with respect to giving the option to the stock exchanges with respect to the expiry. We have joining us Sriram Krishnan, who is the Chief Business Development Officer at NSE. Sriram, congratulations. I think you've been asking for Tuesday expiry. Can you give us some more details?
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, we had applied for Tuesday as the preferred expiry day after the Monday expiry, which we had proposed, was put on hold in line with the request from SEBI. So I think the market participants, after the Monday expiry being put on hold, came back to us and said, Tuesday would be the next best thing. That's what's outlined. That was what was outlined in the consultation paper as well. And so we had applied for Tuesday expiry as our preference, which is in fact approved now by SEBI. So we're very happy to have received the approval and very grateful for the same.
It seems that the BSE has also, in the interest of the markets, agreed to shift its expiry to Thursday. Now that you have two expiries in a week, Tuesday for NSE Nifty and Thursday for BSE Sensex, how do you think see the volumes changing now?
No, this is a huge positive for the participants in the market who wanted to trade more on NSE contracts and hence have been requesting us to change expiry day for quite some time now. In fact, when the opportunity first presented itself, the other exchange shifted their expiry from Friday to Tuesday, whereas we did not make that call at that point in time. And hence, we are very happy that the current request of market participants, which is for NSE to be having expiries on Tuesday, has become a reality. We think that it's a great outcome because NSE contracts are very deep and liquid, and our numbers reveal the real story about how NSE contracts have gained in popularity over the last 20 years and more. So I think it's a great outcome for the market participants.
If you can take us through, for a basic viewer, how does life change for an exchange by shifting its expiry from a Thursday to Tuesday? And now that you have two expiries in a week, Tuesday for you and Thursday for the Bombay Stock Exchange, how does life change? In what form things change for you?
The equity derivatives are supposed to be hedging tools, and people used to hedge via equity derivatives over the last 2+ decades. And there was never a focus around the cost of the hedging. And earlier we used to have only monthly expiries. And as you can imagine, at the beginning of the month, the premium tends to be on the higher side, and gradually the premium goes towards zero as we reach the expiry day. Now, if you take the weekly contracts, likewise, at the beginning of the week, the premium tends to be a little higher, and as we reach the expiry day, it becomes close to zero. Now, if there are two expiries in a week, let's say there's an expiry on Thursday, what happens is the new contract begins from Friday. On Friday, the premium tends to be very high for the contract for the exchange, which has the expiry on Thursday, which means if we have expiries on Tuesday, we would be, the cheaper option on a Friday between the two contracts. Therefore, on Friday, we will see more activity on NSE contracts. Likewise, on Monday, and of course, on Tuesday, which is our expiry day, we definitely will see much bigger activity. So, in other words, 3 days of the week, you're likely to see a lot of activity at a lower cost on the NSE contracts, which is what the market participants want to see happening.
And that would increase the kind of turnover trades that are happening in the market, given the fact in the last couple of months or since November of last year, there has been SEBI curves with respect to the kind of volumes that were traded in the weekly options?
No, the SEBI reforms have worked out quite well. The overall participation from retail has come down as per expected lines. And also, because the product availability has been curtailed to just 2 expiry days now in this new construct, it works pretty well. And any new exchange that wants to come out will also then have to keep their expiry either on Tuesday or Thursday as per the current rules, which is a bit unfair to the new exchanges. But then I think in the overall interest of the retail customers, this is what the regulators have decided is the best way forward, and we respect that. So I think in the new construct, NSE will obviously benefit in the sense that there will be more activity that can be expected to be seen on the NSE contracts. And that's really what the market wanted to see as well.
So, my final question to you is that, we saw that when we shifted between 2 expiry days, Tuesday and Thursday, there was some volume shift or the turnover shift happening to Tuesday expiry, because you had Thursday and BSE had Tuesday, and as a result of which there was a change in the market share. Do you expect the market share to come back to you now?
We don't really, want to look at it in market share terms. We want to see, that the products which the market wants is available as per the expectations of the market participants. Market participants wanted NSE contracts and more of NSE contracts at a lower and, affordable premium. If that's the ask, then I think what we have now is just the recipe that can deliver that ask. So in that sense, whatever changes will happen in terms of impact on market share are bound to happen. Like I said, there can be more activity that can be expected on the NSE contracts.
My final question is that you recently launched the electricity futures as well. Do you see some kind of, what kind of a response are you seeing from the market, and what are the new products that you're looking at?
Electricity futures is a new product, and it's something that we will gradually get to learn and understand more of. And I'm saying that because every single individual is impacted with rising power costs if there is an increase in the cost of power. And we've seen this happening across the world. Power costs are constantly going up, not really coming down. The other aspect to look out for is the fact that the world is moving towards renewable energy, and India is clearly leaping ahead of many other countries in this march towards ESG compliance. As we move towards renewable power, then the cost of power can come down. So if somebody doesn't hedge, then they're probably missing out on a huge opportunity to be more efficient. Sometimes in the prevailing equation, you can be left behind, and your competitors can steal a march over you if they can smartly use a product like electricity futures. So this is an interesting product that we are going to bring to the Indian market, and we are quite hopeful that it will start seeing activity from genuine hedgers like the distribution companies, the power producers, and then gradually come to the corporates as well. Anybody who has a significant number against the electricity expense line will be forced to sit back and take notice of this product.
Sriram, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for joining us on NDTV Profit today. Himakshi, back to you.
Yes, Sajid, thank you so much for that. And viewers, so that was, NSE's expiry date changed to Tuesday, and now, BSE has also been changed from Tuesday to Thursday now. And moving on with